Thank you. Please remain seated. Do not rush the stage. Thank you. Wow, this is awesome. Who canceled? Thank you so much for having me. This is a good-looking crowd. I'll tell you what, right now, Cracker Barrel's wondering where all the regulars are, right? Hey, look, I gave up a colonoscopy to be here, all right? So this is a big deal for me, too, so thank you for coming. Good-looking folks in Illinois, I'll tell you that much. I love you. Which begs the question, what state are you from? I'm only serious. I was going to work out this morning, but I woke up with the sweat, so I figured I already had it in there. So almost didn't make it here tonight. I hate flying in airplanes. I had to fly to meet my bus, and I hate flying them daggum airplanes, and the daggum airport wouldn't let me bring my emotional support stripper with me on the airplane. I ain't kidding. When that plane gets going like that, if I can't motorboat a pair of titties, I'm in trouble, all right? It was so windy where I lived one time, I lost my hat, 2 cigars, and my neighbor's house. Lost his house because one of my cigars blowed in his trailer and burned his house down. All right, so let's keep that to ourselves. It got out of control, too. It burnt down Cheryl's she shed. All right? That's right. Now you know the whole story right there. You know the whole story. My wife's from Wisconsin. You think you guys get cold? Go to Wisconsin. Holy smokes. We was up there Thanksgiving. You know how cold it was up there? That sucked. It was so cold in Wisconsin, the ice cream machine at McDonald's was working. Now, I like hot weather. I like when it's hot and humid. I love that. I lived in Florida for a long time. I love hot and humid. It was so hot down there one time, I seen a squirrel putting talcum powder on his nuts. But they try to scare everybody now with the heat, don't they? Try to scare you, make it hotter than it is. When I was growing up, 99 degrees, 99 degrees. Now it's 99 degrees out, but the feels like temperature's 103. The feels like, who come up with that? A fisherman? The feels like temperature? Stupid. You know what? My wiener's 3 inches, but it feels like 9. Well, my wife sent me up to the grocery store all by myself the other day to get some feminine products. You know, celery, carrots, lettuce. I had to buy some chewing tobacco so I didn't look like a pajama boy sissy in there. Anybody chew tobacco? That guy, ma'am, you? All right, perfect, that's good. I like chewing tobacco, but I only do it because it keeps me from eating sugar and eating bad food late at night. So you can see that's working out real good for me right now. Now I'm fat and I got bad teeth. What the hell? I hate that grocery store self-checkout. What in the world? All the enjoyment of working at the store without the satisfaction of getting a paycheck. That's always nice. You like self-checkout? I hate it. Every time I go in there, I get stuck behind some idiot trying to find a barcode on a cucumber in there. You ever done this? You ever buy a Kit Kat bar? You got like 12 items, you got a Kit Kat bar, and then they look at you and go, you gonna take that or you want that in a bag? That's when you know you're a fat ass right there, all right? I know. They pissed me off last week. They done that with potato salad I had in there. I know, and they put a napkin and a fork on the daggum thing for me. Excuse me. Have you ever seen somebody at the grocery store? You ever seen a fella in there staring at a head of cabbage? I was up there one time. I seen a dude all by himself staring at a head of cabbage. I got a theory about that. That guy's wife sent him up there to get a head of lettuce. All cabbage ought to come with a label on it that says, this is not what your wife wants you to buy. 3 days before Thanksgiving, my wife sends me up to the grocery store to get some yams. 45 daggum minutes, I'm looking for yams. I can't find a daggum yam. I come home, I said, they ain't got no yams up there. He goes, you mean to tell me 3 days before Thanksgiving they don't got no sweet potatoes at the grocery store? I'll be right back. Christmas is my favorite time of year. It goes too quick. But you know what? Our house, we celebrate Christmas every day, and I'll tell you why. 2 reasons. Number one, we love the Lord Jesus. He was born on Christmas Day. That's why we celebrate. And number 2, my sister looks like Burl Ives. I don't eat good at Christmas, I'll tell you that much. I got a Fitbit on Christmas Eve. I put it on, it dialed 911. You know what killed me at Christmas last year, food-wise? The Kentucky Fried Chicken 12-day Advent calendar. Holy smokes, them 5 golden wings had me turtle doving all the way to the bathroom, I guarantee you. I ain't kidding. I could have dropped my pants and dropped a partridge out of a pear tree right there, I guarantee you. Every time I start getting a little too fat at Christmas, so my kids will buy me a Christmas gift to hint around that I'm too fat. You know what they got me last year? A Petri dish with flesh-eating bacteria. I mean, I love shopping at Walmart, but dadgum, that's like a meth maker's paradise in there, ain't it? Walmart's the only store in the world you can go and see somebody buying 16 boxes of cough syrup and some garden hose. Nobody thinks that's weird. You ever shot at Walmart after midnight? Holy smokes. Oh, they ought to charge a cover charge in there after midnight. Dadgum, it's like a casting call for Ripley's Believe It or Not in that place. If you've never been to the circus, go to Walmart after midnight. You're bound to see a couple of bearded women, a toothless wonder, and the fattest man in the world on a scooter up there. They got good deals after midnight, though. Last time I was up there after midnight, 75% off self-esteem. That's right. I walked in there like this. I walked out like this. I was like, this is good. That's right. You can get everything at Walmart except good customer service. Holy smokes. Here's my impression of the hiring practices at Walmart. Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever cared about anything in your entire life? Whew. No? All right, you start Tuesday, all right? We'll put you in the DVD department. My wife wouldn't go to Walmart. She's trying to find the cheapest mop she could get for something she's doing. So we go to Walmart, get a mop, $4.95. Go up there to pay for the mop, and the lady goes, you want to buy the protection on this? You know what? I think we're going to risk it this time, all right? Got a 95% chance we're going to throw that away when we're done with it anyway. So. At our super Walmart, you can get your hair cut. They got everything. My buddy got his hair cut at Walmart. $20 for a haircut. Actually, $5 for a haircut. $15 for the hat you got to wear next 3 weeks. All right. Got a doctor's office up at the Walmart. Holy smokes. People going in there. I was there the day they gave a guy 3 months to live in there. And he ended up getting hired as a door greeter once he walked out that door in there. I had to go get a flu shot one time. I didn't want to go to the doctor, and my wife goes, well, shoot, run up to Walmart. They're giving flu shots. Are you kidding me? I ain't getting a flu shot at Walmart. Dadgum, normally I got to get vaccinated before I go in there. Get a flu shot at Walmart. The flu's the last thing I'm worried about at Walmart, all right? Dadgum, they probably got Ebola behind a box in there somewhere I didn't know about. I was up there one time, there's a dude out front in a hazmat suit. I'm like, is it safe to go in there? He goes, yeah, why? I go, you're in a hazmat suit. He goes, I know, I work here. I'm collecting the carts. So every time I go up my local Walmart, I'm friends with a lot of folks up there, but every time I go up there, I see Doug. I always wave to Doug. I walk in, what's up, Doug? Doug kind of, every time, hey, Doug. Let me ask you something. Have you ever called somebody the wrong name for about 5 years? They don't even acknowledge you're calling them the wrong name. Just make you look like a douchebag for 5 years. Well, I finally got to talking to Doug 3 days ago. Her name's Denise. So my buddy rented out. He wanted to save money on his wedding. He rented out a Walmart, got married at a Walmart. It was unbelievable. Got married in the jewelry department, and we had the reception in the deli over there, and we all got our pictures took in the photo booth, and then we left. They had the honeymoon in the men's room. It was unbelievable in there. It was a wedding made in China. Hey, this is crazy. True story. Check this out. My mother-in-law last month won $400 in a hot dog eating contest. It's unbelievable. $400. 40 hot dogs in 10 minutes she ate. I couldn't believe it. Huh, my mother-in-law, not talking for 10 minutes. I know. Oh, she talked. I know. She can talk. She's the only woman at the beach getting melanoma on her tongue. All right, I guarantee. I'm not a big gambler. My grandma, holy mackerel. I'm not saying she's addicted to blackjack, but she's got a medical alert bracelet on that says, in case of emergency, split the kings. My wife likes to go with me when I go to Las Vegas because she likes to go see the Chippendales. Yeah. You know why she likes going to the Chippendales? She didn't marry very good. She married a Chunkendale. She gives me money to put my clothes back on, what she does. I like going out there to Las Vegas. That's where you see all the 1970s, 80s classic rock bands singing out there. Now, I like them bands. Hey, only difference between seeing them bands now and 30 years ago, go backstage, smell like pot everywhere. Now it smells like pot and Bengay. You go back at them things. They all still got long hair, too. Ain't that some? Huh. Unfortunately, it's coming out their nose and ears on most of them fellas in there. Here's one thing you never want to hear a classic rock band say when you go to the concert. Here's one off our new album. Honey, let's go get a beer. Nobody wants to hear that bullshit. I went to see Molly Hatchet one day. That was awesome right there. I like old Molly Hatchet. You know what was cool about it? After the concert was over, true story, I got to go in the lobby and take a picture with all the cardboard cutouts of the original members. I like going to the buffets out there, the casino buffets. They delicious. You ever been to the all-you-can-eat pasta buffet at the casino? Holy smokes, that's the day I got red flagged by the plumbers union right there. I tell you what. Whew. I had to keep a hard hat by the toilet for 3 weeks after I went in there. You ever use all the paper and have to end up finishing with the tube? Have you ever done that at all, anybody? I haven't done it. I'm asking if you've had to do that. I ain't done that. We got a winner right here. We got a winner. People got no manners at them dadgum buffets. There was a guy actually sitting at the buffet. Pissed me off. I walk up there. You know you ain't supposed to stick your face right in the deck. Ooh, I felt bad. He was in a wheelchair. Oh, man. Believe me, I felt bad. Not as bad as I felt, though, when I pushed him out of the way. I'll tell you that much. Get out of the way, roller boy. I'm about to make some bad decisions right here. I love that Golden Corral. That's a good restaurant right there. Oh, that is good in there. They ought to have a scoring system at Golden Corral like they do in bowling, you know. You walk in there to eat, they put your name up on the TV screen and show everybody how much food you ate after 10 trips to the buffet. And you can pick teams and compete with other fat folks in there. And that'd be something. Hey, sweetheart, where's my stretch pants? It's league night at Golden Corral tonight. I seen a couple get engaged at the Golden Corral. Hey, fellas, here's a tip. If you're going to ask your girl to marry you at a Golden Corral, get down on 2 knees and do it so she can't kick you in the nuts. I was down in Branson. They got stuff down there, buffets, holy smokes. They got an international buffet in Branson. It is crazy. They got food all the way from Memphis. Got a double-decker buffet. They got a double-decker, one of the world's largest buffets, double-decker, spiral staircase. All right, that's just what all us fat folks have been clamoring for right there. A buffet with a staircase. Oh, damn. I'm going to get some more of them donut holes. They're upstairs. You know what? I'm all right, I guess. I'll be all right. Stay down here, get some meatballs, put some powdered sugar on them. That's what I do right there. A lot of old folks down there in Branson riding them scooters down there. I find that crazy. These folks have lost their driver's license 2 decades ago, but they're going to go ahead and let them have motorized vehicles in a room full of pedestrians at the buffets down there. Trying to get food, they're zipping by like it's a drive-through. I went up to get some potato salad. It was like I was in a live Frogger game all of a sudden. You know, I guess. What the hell? Ah! I finally got hit head-on by some old dude trying to text and drive. He trying to send a crotch shot to Tinder, apparently. I was at a restaurant one time. You ever been to these restaurants and you go to the bathroom? It could be any restaurant, but you go to the bathroom and they go take a leak in there and they got a sign that all employees must wash hands. That scares the hell out of me right there. They need a sign to tell these folks to wash their hands? I mean, what the hell makes me wonder what kind of sign they got back in the kitchen we can't see back there? Don't snot in the coleslaw. Don't dip your scrotum in the salsa. Hey, that actually happened one time. That's a true story. You remember that story? A waiter was mad at a customer and dipped his scrotum in the salsa. Oh, that's why I always ordered a hot cheese dip. Right. That's right. Most of your waiters aren't that dedicated, all right? We live in a great country, though. I tell you what, these people bitch about our country. This is an awesome country. Do you realize there's a buffet on every street corner in this country? Other people starving. You ever see that starving kid commercial? For 8 cents a day, you can feed a starving child. 8 cents a day? Dadgum, you can't keep a gerbil alive for 8 cents a day. Dadgum, I go through $270 a day and I'm on a diet. Reading an article in the paper the other day. A fella jumped off some mountain with one of them kites, Batman kites, and it didn't work and he slammed into something that killed him. And it said, diver dies because of freak accident. That ain't a freak accident. You jumped off a building with a kite on your back. That's a dumbass accident is what that is. A freak accident. Ain't a freak. I'll tell you what a freak accident is. You're down there at the local, Stop and Shop down there and getting gas, and unbeknownst to you, there's 2 clowns in a knife fight, and one of them falls and stabs you in the face. That's a freak accident right there, all right? Read another article one time. This is why I don't like polls. I seen an article, they said they polled in Washington, D.C., they polled 2,500 women, said now that Bill Clinton's way older, would you sleep with Bill Clinton? Unbelievable. 94% said not again. Thank you, good night. Thank you so much. Good night, thank you. All right, I'll stay. All right, you convinced me, I'm gonna hang out for a while. Remain seated. Stupid polls. Well, the polls indicate. I ain't never been polled. You ever been polled? I ain't been polled. There's only one poll I ever trusted. That's the polls I do at my shows. And I done one last night, and I believe this. I polled all my audience last night. 87% of them said at this point in time during my show, they want their money back. I've been, you use one of the 13%. 87, 13. Yeah, 13% right there. Yeah, right. I know my daggum math. You know, I work a lot of fairs. I love working fairs. It's awesome because I grew up in fairs and I love fairs. What has happened to the clientele at the fairs lately, though? Holy smokes, I was up there the other day. There's a dude walking like he's bleeding from the nose, walking like he got a daggum fart stuck sideways, heading down that thing down there. Looked like a Greyhound bus overturned. He came walking in trying to get help or something. I mean, it's unbelievable at these fairs. By the way, anybody ever ride a Greyhound bus? I used to ride them back in the early days of comedy. Holy smokes, only thing slower than a Greyhound bus is the people on the daggum bus. They're a good value, though. I went from Sanford, Florida, all the way to Lincoln, Nebraska one time. $49. Oh, man. 119 days. Ooh. Holy smokes. And the big selling point at the time was now with more leg room, what they needed was more headroom so I could have hung myself halfway through the trip. You're done? So I won one of them big stuffed animals one time at the fair, which I hated because I'd carry it around the whole time. And I win something, and the guy goes, what do you want? And I said, well, give me that goofy-looking minion right there, that little minion. He says, what? I said, that goofy-looking minion with the purple hat right there. He goes, that's the manager. You ever ride the rides at the fair? They scare the heck out of me. My little boys, Daddy, can we ride the roller coaster? Yeah, we ain't riding the roller. You do realize, son, they put that up in an hour in the parking lot, all right? They probably got a bunch of parts left over on that daggone thing. Remember last Christmas when I got you that bicycle and put it together in 50 minutes and you got on it, the wheels fell off and you racked your nuts? Remember that whole deal right there? That's going to happen to you on that roller coaster right there. He's like, come on, Daddy. No, we're not doing it. That's it. So we're on the roller coaster there, and I was so mad, I almost puked on that thing. It went upside down. I get done, I go, you didn't tell me it went upside down. The guy running it goes, it's not supposed to. How about that Ferris wheel? You like that Ferris wheel? Who, me either. Oh, yeah, the Ferris wheel. That's a lot of fun, isn't it? Yeah. Nothing I like better in the whole world than being completely bored and terrified at the same time. Which, by the way, is the same thing my wife told me on her honeymoon right there. All right? You ever get stuck on the Ferris wheel? Oh, man, I was up here with my kids. We was stuck. They was crying, freaking out, trying to calm them down. Don't worry, kids. We'll be all right. I'm sure that guy running there with 7 fingers and a pentagram tattoo, all right? I'm sure he'll have us down in no time here. As soon as he's done smoking that joint, I'm sure we'll be right down out of this deal. Anybody ever been to the fair on senior day? I went on senior day. Most popular ride on senior day is the ambulance on the way out of the fair. Dadgum, there's one leaving the scrambler every 2 minutes in there. Best part about senior day, though, it only lasts from 3:30 to 5, so that's a good thing. They got special prizes on senior day. I saw an old guy bust a balloon with a dart, and he won a pair of Depends with a picture of Def Leppard on it right there. The food's different on senior day, the fried foods. It's unbelievable. Anybody ever have fried Lipitor?